From a vengeful Russian man who didn't appreciate this guy parking in his space, and this moron in Vietnam who parked way too close to the train tracks, to a petty driver in Russia who filled a double parker's car with concrete and much more. Here is some of the craziest bad parking revenge caught on camera. Parking can bring out the worst in people, and there's no worse feeling than pulling up to your spot only to find that someone else has taken it. It can make you so mad that you just want to push them out of the way. Well, this driver in St. Petersburg, Russia did just that. The main players in this parking war are Silver SUV and Red Hoodie. It was March 19th of 2022, and Silver SUV was arriving at work. Unfortunately, Red Hoodie parked his red sedan in such a way that it took up 2 spaces. Silver SUV had enough and took matters into their own hands. A Silver SUV tries parallel parking, but they don't have enough space. They try backing in next to the red sedan multiple times, but there isn't enough room. We're not sure why they didn't park behind the other SUV. Perhaps it was someone else's reserved spot, and Silver SUV wasn't about to stoop that low. The driver gets out and walks away, effectively blocking 5 cars. That's when Red Hoodie comes out with a tow cable. He hooks up the Silver SUV to the red sedan and tugs it back. This frees enough space for him to get in the black car and drive away. Silver SUV returns the next day to find the red sedan in their spot again. This time, they aren't playing around. Even with enough parking space, they back into the red sedan and slam it against the concrete wall. How's that for road rage? Now, some people see no parking signs and treat them as suggestions instead of rules. Well, when you break the rules, bad things happen. This driver in Hanoi, Vietnam learned that lesson the hard way. It was November 10th of 2017. A local was walking their dog when they saw a van parked near the train tracks. They could see the train coming and the driver sitting nearby. And even though the train was leaning on its whistle, the driver just sat there and watched. They must have assumed they were far enough away. Let's see if they were. Our driver tried several times to hop in the van, but the train kept causing more and more damage. By the time it stopped, his van was nothing more than scrap metal. Maybe next time, he'll park a little further away from the track. It sure seemed like he had plenty of room. In the bustling city of St. Petersburg, Russia, a tale of marital discord takes a concrete turn, literally. This man's wife decided to change her surname to win some sort of grocery store promotion. Weird, I know. For the man, however, this was the final straw, and he decided to take revenge into his own hands by filling her car with cement. When the footage first flooded social media, viewers weighed in saying, "I wish I could see his wife's face, and I hope this idiot gets a fine." Whatever side you stand on, there's no denying this is some serious damage. Frigid Russian temperatures are enough to make anybody lose their mind. And we're not sure what ticked this guy off, but he decided to take his rage out on a Silver SUV. Our cameraman leans and screams out the window as the car horn blares outside his apartment. We're thinking some kind of altercation occurred a few moments before. Tension boiled over. Someone stole a parking spot and all hell broke loose. What happened next is one of the wildest cases of parking lot rage we have ever seen.
Да. Я снимаю так. Да быстрее зови ты их, а! Ты смотри, что делаешь.
Ivan Drago keeps throwing haymakers at the car. We're thinking our cameraman and the woman crying are the owners. The angry Russian says something to him and then returns to his car. It looks like he's about to drive away. Maybe this whole ordeal is over. That's when he throws it in reverse and backs into another car off camera. Then he drives forward, nearly hitting a bystander. Ivan wasn't done, not by a long shot.
Быстрее! Вот он его поднял! Он поднял его!
Поднял его, поднял!
Прям на туда, на эту, на железную. Ты смотри, что он делает. Смотри.
Ivan has completely lost his mind at this point. He gets out only to hop back in to stop his car from rolling away. He goes back for one final push, then another smack. He almost gets the silver SUV over the embankment before someone else tries to stop him. Finally, the angry Russian takes off, never to be seen again. Businesses go above and beyond to show you where you can and cannot park. But no matter how big the sign or how bright the paint is, people will still ignore them. Take this guy who felt so entitled that he thought parking spaces didn't apply to him. He's about to learn a valuable lesson in instant karma. Homeboy parks on the painted crosswalk between two spaces instead of in them. He strolls toward the store like he's the king of the world, and then boom! He trips over the parking block and careens head first through the door. Some people come to see if he's okay. From what we can tell, he didn't get hurt too badly. Hopefully, he didn't have too much glass in his shorts. In Washington, D.C., your car can get booted if it has 2 or more unsatisfied parking or photo enforcement tickets that are more than 60 days old. If you get towed, you can pick your vehicle up at 5001 Shepherd Parkway. You will have to settle up your fines, tickets, and tow fees before they give you your car back. This DC driver didn't have time for that. They said, "To hell with getting towed, I'm just getting this thing off myself." By some miracle, the boot breaks off before severely damaging their tire. The footage cuts shortly after, so we're not sure how far they made it. But just because the boot came off doesn't mean they're in the clear. The state still has a record of their unpaid tickets. They'll have to pay an additional $70 fine for unauthorized boot removal. If you enjoyed this video and want to see another just like it, be sure to click the link on screen now. With that, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.